Today, Lord, today's drained me. I'm so calm now. I wasn't before. I exploded today. I had to slap on 2 nicotine patches. 2. Not 1, 2. And I still exploded. But I feel like that was divinely guided by God himself. I told him, you do this as you see fit. And he really did. And it had to happen that way. I had to explode. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't have got everything off my chest. And he knew that. Today, I want to talk about how we can use anger as a form of guidance. And that's the lesson that I've learned today from exploding. So, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Rafaela, and today's journal entry is titled as Anger as Clarity. I feel like when anger comes out, it mainly comes out because it's highlighting a crossed boundary of ours. Oftentimes, someone crossed a boundary of ours, or something doesn't feel fair to us, something is not right, that sense of justice pops up and it gets our blood boiling. And at times we feel that our values are being violated, or that we're not being seen or heard, and we're suppressing ourselves. And so when that happens, I feel like anger points directly to where your boundaries are, even to the ones that are not communicated, even to the ones that you have no idea that you take part in. Sometimes we get so angry about certain things when we ask ourselves why. We come into terms with where our values stand, and based on that it sort of opens a door to gaining new boundaries, right? And I think that in that moment when that bubbling rage comes out of you, you know that whatever you're facing, whatever it's causing you to feel like that, is misaligned with you. And sometimes that realization may come after you've exploded. And other times, if you have enough self-control over your emotions, it comes when you are able to, in your anger, take a deep breath and calm yourself down and step a little bit inwards. Anger, it ties hands in hands with triggers, right? When you're triggered, if you react, you just react. But if you stop and you question why that's triggering you and why you're reacting, or why that thing that's making you angry, what about it? Why is it there? Why is it causing me to feel like this? Then you begin to unravel something that goes way beneath the surface level. You sort of come into new information of understanding yourself and of gaining more clarity over yourself. I think that anger at times reveal mostly our unmet needs. Things like I need more respect, I need more space, I need honesty, I need to be heard. And the intensity of whatever that signal is, I just gave a few examples, but it could be something completely different for you. Either way, the intensity that you feel those things at just shows you how important those things are for you, how important those needs are. And when you understand where things are lacking, you begin to gain a little bit of a direction. You stop letting anger use you, and instead you begin to use anger as a tool to motivate action that aligns with your needs and your desires. For me today, I feel like with anger, I cut through a lot of confusion. Before my anger hit, I felt really uncertain and conflicted, and I felt like I was getting stuck up into this people pleaser role, which I don't really like to take part in. I'm more self-centered, I guess. I don't really like to take part in that, and when I do, it's usually the sort of thing where I give one finger and then people take the whole hand, or being silent about what you want. I feel like I was stuck in those categories. And then of course that made me angry, and that anger caused me to have very sharp focus on, this is not okay, this situation is clearly hurting me and it's not good for me, and actually I want more for myself. I want something different. I don't want to be treated like this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't deserve this. And that anger took away any doubt that I had, and it revealed to me what I truly feel. In a way, it also exposed self-betrayal, because sometimes anger is not always about everyone on the outside who's poking at you. Sometimes it's internal. Sometimes it shows up because we've been in situations where, yes, people are involved and sort of, they're triggering me, or they're poking at me, but I'm also breaking my own boundaries. I'm going against my own boundaries. Sometimes I'm staying in the same situation that I've outgrown, and that's why all this chaos is coming up, because this is a box that is way too small for me now. I need to go find another one. I didn't find another one. I'm still stuck here. I'm sad because I'm stuck. I don't feel good because I'm stuck. And it just creates this irritation and agitation and tension. And also betraying yourself when you're so angry but you stay silent to keep the peace. You're going against your needs of speaking up, of letting things go. You're putting yourself at risk and your health at risk by suppressing what you feel for everyone else to be peaceful and go about their lives like nothing is happening. And that inner anger is your mind basically telling you that you're not living in alignment with your truth. So then, of course, anger, you would realize that it's not the enemy, but it's useful information. And when you listen with awareness instead of reacting impulsively, you turn it into a very powerful tool for clarity. You begin to be able to identify patterns. That's a big one. When anger shows you repeating themes in your life, look for the situations that are always frustrating you. Look for the habits that lead you to self-betrayal, to compromise, to sacrifice yourself, to silence yourself. And most importantly, look for people who constantly trigger you. This is the easiest one, probably. Look for the people that constantly trigger you. Patterns are maps, and anger highlights them. And patterns, why do they come up? Well, it comes up once, you ignore it or you don't deal with it, it comes up again. It could be a certain characteristic in a person that you don't tolerate. Our point is that anger is not as random as you think it is, right? It repeats itself for a reason, and every time it appears, it gives you emotional evidence of what constantly hurts, what constantly drains you, what is misaligned with you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you go through life where you deal with a certain person that will trigger the hell out of you. You not directly dealing with that and just putting it to the side, removing yourself from the situation. Anytime soon, here comes another person that feels like it's that exact same person. They're so alike. And you sort of feel like it's the same person in a different font. They're saying the same things that annoy you. They're doing the same things to annoy you. And not like irritate you, but like really get your blood boiling. It's because you haven't directly done anything about that. I hope that makes sense. That's the best I can come up with right now. Anyways, my point is, ask yourself, and this is a great journal prompt as well, what situation brings out my anger over and over again? That's a great journaling prompt that's gonna be able to let you see your values, is gonna be able to let you see unresolved wounds, and is going to lead you in the direction of creating stronger boundaries or revealing boundaries to you. You know, some common patterns that I've written down for this as examples are being ignored, right? Being taken advantage of, being disrespected, being overloaded, being burnt out, having your boundaries crossed. When you identify those patterns and when that anger repeats itself, it means that the situation is also repeating. So you need to fix the situation in order to fix the anger. That's what the anger is trying to teach you, that you need to fix the situation, you know, because it's highlighting unresolved wounds for you. Like, many triggers aren't really about the person that's triggering you or the moment itself, but it's about the inner, deeper hurt that you have. For example, you get angry when people don't listen to you. Maybe it's because you feel like you've grown up in an environment where you felt unheard. No one ever listened to you. Your opinion was never taken into consideration. Your feelings were never discussed. Let's say you get angry when someone lies. Then maybe you've felt betrayal before, and that's something that you cannot stand. Your values don't line up with that. Let's say you get angry when pressured. Maybe you were never given space. Maybe you were never allowed to act for yourself. You always had to do what everyone else needed immediately, urgently, you know? And that pattern will point to a wound that needs healing, not just another reaction. We're not here to react, we're here to heal. Sometimes you do have to explode, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad that I did. Sometimes you will have to explode to get your point across, because sometimes people don't listen. But the goal is to get to a point where even when something comes up at you, you're barely responding to it because you've done the inner work to heal. It's like, what can I respond to you at this point with? It no longer affects me. It doesn't get me angry. Anger also exposes what you've been tolerating, and it rises because sometimes you've been really silent for too long. Sounds like someone I know. So ask yourself if that's the case, and this is where my journaling comes in, that I'll do privately because this is for me and it's no one else's business. What have I been letting slide? What have I been saying yes to that actually I'm in no, and like a solid no with a full stop? What am I pretending that doesn't bother me, you know? Because that anger comes up when you've reached your limit, when you get to that boiling point, and it reveals your values. Patterns that show up will show you what matters to you. For example, if you get angry at injustice, you know that your value is fairness. You value fairness. If you get angry when you're interrupted, then you value respect. If you get angry at dishonesty, then you know that you value integrity. It shows you what you stand for, even when you haven't really said it out loud. And once that pattern is cleared, then change becomes way easier, right? Because you have all this new information now. You notice the pattern, you notice why that pattern is popping up, what it triggers within you. From that trigger, you go to look at your values and where you stand. From your values, you're able to set new boundaries. From your boundaries, you're able to take action. It's like, it's a chain, you know? So what can you do? You can then set firmer boundaries. Like I said, you can communicate more clearly. You get to step away from toxic dynamics. You get to shift your habits. You get to, most importantly, break cycles that you didn't even realize that you were stuck in to begin with. And so that's when anger becomes clarity in action. I hope that you all enjoyed today's journal entry. I know that I did. I do want to say one last thing though. And I guess everything that I've been saying now kind of sums up into this. Every time anger rises is not chaos, it's direction. And it's a reminder that something in you deserves attention and care and truth. When you want to change and you want to become better and you want to do better and you want to be healthier, you take action on that. And I know it's really hard to do because, again, when that anger comes, it's really hard not to go on that impulsive route and just explode. But we're trying to reach a point where we don't need to explode because it no longer affects us, because we've healed those things within us. And yes, I exploded today, but I got a really great lesson out of it. And I hope that you also got a really great lesson out of it. As always, I thank you all for watching. Hope that you take care of yourself and that next time you get angry, you come back to think about what we just discussed today. As always, bye-bye.